5th April 2022 Morning Murli Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, the Father, Teacher and Sadguru, all three are supremely loved. All three are one. Therefore, it should be easy to remember him. Question: who remains constantly young in this iron age and how? Answer: here Ravan's vices remain constantly young. Although people become old, the vices they have in them, such as anger, never became old. They are always young. People desire vice till the moment they die. The Father says lust is the greatest enemy. However, it is the supreme friend of human beings. This is why they continue to trouble one another. Song: I am a little child and you are the all-powerful one. Shanti. Your children remember the Father. You understand that you are trapped at this time by the chains of powerful Maya, Ravan. The Father says the one who liberates you from him is powerful. Your children know that your souls are weak. Ravan has made you weak. No human being has this knowledge. The Father sits here and gives your children this knowledge. You were almighty authorities, the masters of the world, and you have now become so poverty-stricken and powerless. This is why everyone calls out, "O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, come and liberate us from the chains of Ravan. O Purifier, come." He is the one who purifies the impure. At this time, this is the kingdom of Ravan. Heaven is called the kingdom of Ram, and hell is called the kingdom of Ravan. Ravan is powerful, and Ram is also powerful, because each of them rules for half a cycle. All human beings are impure. You too were previously impure, and the purifier has now come and is giving you the knowledge to become pure. There is yoga and knowledge. First, there has to be yoga with the Father. In the world, a Father, Teacher, and Guru are all separate. You have to remember that such and such a teacher is teaching you. You only remember the one for all three relationships. The name of all three is just Shiv. He is the supremely beloved Supreme Father, the supremely beloved Teacher, and the supremely beloved Sadguru are all one. People remember their teacher, their Guru, and their Father separately. Their names and forms are all separate. Here, just the one name and form of all three enter your intellects. His form is incorporeal and his name is Shiv. Your intellects remember only the one. Shivbaba says, I come to take you children away from this land of death. You can see the signs of it. When you are becoming powerful, Maya causes a lot of opposition and creates obstacles. You became hurt a great deal. Sometimes Maya slaps you very hard and sometimes very lightly. She hits you so strongly that you even fall into vice, and then the effect of that lasts for a long time. It is as though your intellect becomes locked. Baba says Maya will now try a great deal to make you forget. However, you mustn't forget. The more your inheritance will enter your intellects, and you will also claim a high status. There isn't a child who wouldn't remember his father's inheritance. The inheritance cannot remain hidden from the child. You also know that you can claim the sovereignty of the world number wise according to the efforts you make. Not everyone can claim the same kingdom. A kingdom is being established. None of the others who come establish a kingdom. You wouldn't say that they come into the kingdom of Ravan because Ravan's connection is with Bharat alone. It is only here that people burn an effigy of Ravan. They don't even know Ravan anywhere else. It becomes the kingdom of Ravan after half the cycle. Those of the Islam religion must definitely have emerged after the Sun and Moon dynasties. All other religions emerge from the one genealogical tree. It isn't that when the genealogical tree emerged, it would be the kingdom of Ravan at that time. No, that comes later. Baba comes and establishes a kingdom. Of all the others, some come after half the cycle and others after three-quarters of the cycle. From Satapradhan, everyone has to become Tamapradhan. For them, there is a shorter period of happiness and a longer period of sorrow. This play is also explained to you. First, you were pure and then you became impure. At first, there is just the one deity religion. Then there is expansion of the other religions. Deities themselves became Hindus, and then there are many different types of multiplication. All of them follow the founder of their religion down. The deity religion has disappeared. All of them belong to the deity religion, but they cannot call themselves deities because they are not pure. To call yourselves a deity without having purity is unlawful. Those who are deities to begin with became warriors, then merchants, and then Shudras. You have now once again become Brahmins. Those of other religions will not understand these things. Only those who belong to the deity religion will come here. All the rest will continue to come later. As you progress further, there will be a lot of expansion. There is expansion of those who are the mouthborn creation. Prajapita Brahma is now establishing the Brahman religion. The children of Prajapita Brahma would definitely be Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Those of the Brahmin clan will then become deities. Many will come and take this knowledge. You are making effort to come into the Sun dynasty kingdom. In that there are 8 main ones and the rest is expansion. Those who belong to Mama and Baba will also hear something and then come. So many people come to the exhibitions. Among them, some emerge who make very good effort. First of all, they should definitely receive the father's introduction. Some say that he is an oval image or a form of light. If you consider him to be the father, you cannot call the great element of Brahma God. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is knowledgeful. The element of Brahma is not knowledgeful. When you ask them what the form of a soul is, they say that it is an oval image because it is this form that is worship. There is no worship of a star. Because of not knowing anything, they create any image. They say that God is in all the pebbles and stones and everything. The Father explains a soul is a star. You can also see a group of souls together. When all the souls return home, there will be a big group. It is called the subtlest of the subtle. No one can understand anything by having visions. For instance, even if someone had a vision of Shiv or of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, there would be no benefit in that. Here you have to know the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. This is a study. The Supreme Soul, too, is a star. Look how there is so much praise of such a tiny thing. The ocean of knowledge, the ocean of love, the ocean of happiness. He is the one who does everything. These are said to be extremely deep matters. When you say Father, it should enter your intellects that He is definitely the creator of heaven. They say that God has definitely come somewhere or other. If Sri Krishna were the God of the Gita, that bodily being could not remain hidden anywhere. These are completely deep matters. You would never even have heard what the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is, or what a soul is. They simply say that a wonderful star shines in the center of the forehead. Then they call that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. There is no difference between the form of souls and the Supreme Soul. Is the Supreme Soul a heavier thing or a bigger light? No, He is just knowledgeful. He gives you knowledge for liberation and salvation. So, He is the ocean of knowledge. Now, would the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, be called the ocean of knowledge? Or would human beings who follow the dictates of Ravan be called that? The Father says, I am the authority, and everything else is the paraphernalia of the path of devotion. They show scriptures in the hand of Brahma, but they don't even know who Brahma is. The Father says, I told you earlier too that I entered an ordinary old body. I come and speak knowledge to you through this Nandigan, means bull. Human beings know images of Bhagirath, means the lucky chariot, and Gomukh, means cow's mouth. They show the Ganges emerging from Bhagirath and also from a bull. They cannot understand what is right and what is wrong. That the Ganges emerge from a bull. They show Gomukh, and so it should be a cow. They show Nandigan, the bull. So this male figure is right. He is still a human being, and if the speck of a cow, that too is a mother. Human beings have totally forgotten all of these things. They don't show anything right. The Sun Dynasty kingdom is being established through Brahma. There is no kingdom here. This unlimited Father gives you the unlimited kingdom. These things will sit in the intellects of those who are to become part of the Sun and Moon Dynasty kingdoms by studying. First of all, there has to be the faith that shivbaba alone will take us back with him. None of the gurus, etc., have the power to say this. Only the one Father is the purifier. People remember him in order for him to come and make them pure. The new world becomes old and the old world becomes new. This has to happen. No one apart from the Supreme Father the Supreme Soul can create the pure world. The inheritance of the Sun and Moon dynasty kingdoms is only received from the Father. Here, there is no kingdom, etc. These matters have to be understood. People believe that the scriptures are the truth because they think God created them. They don't even know that God entered a human body and spoke the Gita. They have inserted Krishna's name in that. This mistake first has to be removed from their intellects. Only when they first know shivbaba can they understand that he establishes heaven. They don't know this, and so they continue to fight and quarrel. The father would say, "You are not worthy of claiming a high status in heaven. You don't have divine virtues. You are unable to imbibe knowledge because there are still vices in you. Although some people are old, they too have a lot of anger in them. Anger never becomes old. Nowadays, even old people enlarge in vice. Baba says lust is the greatest enemy. For human beings, lust is a friend. Look how much trouble they cause because of vice. Ravan is everyone's friend. All are created through poison. The creation of vice means the creation of Ravan. People don't know anything. Only when you follow the Father Srimad can you be called a worthy. When you perform sinful actions, you are immediately cautioned. Many have bad habits of telling lies and stealing and asking for things. The Father says, "I am the bestower. So why do you ask others for anything? Those who are to ensure anything will do it by themselves. Therefore, never ask for anything. Don't ask for anything by saying, 'Today it's Baba's birthday, so at least send something.' Explain to them that if they want to ensure something, they may do so. On the path of devotion, people ensure themselves with God, and that is called making a donations. It is the Father who gives the fruit of that too. That is limited insurance, whereas this is unlimited. People on the path of devotion have been saying the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has given this fruit of devotion. A wealthy person would say that he has received the fruit of his past actions. Some are poor because they hadn't ensured themselves, and this is also why they don't receive wealth. The Father says they all ensure themselves with me. They say God has given all of this. On the path of devotion, you ensure everything in a limited way, whereas you now have direct and unlimited insurance. Look how the mother and father ensured everything and how they receive so much in return. A Kumari doesn't have money. If she then becomes engaged in doing this service, she can go higher than everyone else. Mama didn't ensure anything. Yes, she gave her body to doing the service, and so she claims such a high status. The soul knows that he is doing service for the unlimited Father through this body. The world mother means Jagadamba had such a high status. The world mother is the goddess of knowledge, and she then becomes the princess. Only you know all of these things. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says, "Namaste" to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, in order to become worthy, follow the father's Srimad. Remove all your bad habits of asking for things, stealing, and telling lies. Second point, ensure everything you have with the Father. Use even your body for God's service. Remain cautious that Maya doesn't enter you for any reason. Blessing. May you have the fortune of happiness and constantly experience spiritual intoxication and give others the same experience with your every action. Explanation. At the confluence age, your children have the greatest fortune of happiness because God Himself has chosen you. You have become the masters of the unlimited. Each of your names is in God's dictionary of who's who. You have found the unlimited Father. You are to receive the unlimited fortune of the kingdom. You have received unlimited treasures. Constantly have the intoxication of this, and you will continue to experience supersensuous joy. This is unlimited spiritual intoxication. Continue to experience this and give others the same experience, and you will be said to have the fortune of happiness. Slogan. Use any facilities for doing service, not your own comfort. Om Shanti